Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
A pair of incidents under investigation right now in the city of Waterbury, a shooting and an armed carjacking. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harton.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Police say these incidents happened just about an hour and a half apart from one another. The first was that shooting where police say the victim suffered some serious injuries.
And then just a couple of miles across the city, police say a man was carjacked at gunpoint. Fox 61's Stefan Reels explains what happened in that carjacking incident.
Waterbury police sent out the arrest notice Sunday evening after an armed carjacking turned into a police chase that led officers onto the highway and into another town. Right around this intersection of Pine and Bishop is where police say the reported carjacking happened. Police say the adult male victim told officers someone with a firearm approached his car while he was inside it and then took off. The man told police he wasn't hurt. Police found the stolen car almost 2 hours later around South Main Street and Platts Mill Road. When officers tried to pull the car over, the driver didn't stop and proceeded to lead the police on a chase down Route 8. Police say the driver got to Naugatuck and got off the highway before crashing into a wall along Great Hill Road. And that's where officers took an adult man and woman into custody. Now, Waterbury police tell us that Naugatuck police and Connecticut State Police are helping with this investigation, and we do expect more details on this incident to come forward in the coming days. In Waterbury, Stefan Reels, Fox 61.
All right, Stefan, thank you. And a man was shot today at the corner of Macaulay Avenue and Pritchard Road in Waterbury. He was dropped off at St. Mary's Hospital with serious injuries. Police say it happened around 2 this afternoon. No arrests have been made. We have calls out to get an update on the man's condition tonight.
Well, state police have an update on a silver alert. They say a woman and her 1-month-old baby were found earlier tonight with serious injuries, and they canceled that silver alert for Sadie Fleming and her infant son, Hudson. The two were reported missing this morning out of Washington, Connecticut. At this point, we don't know how they were hurt, but state police say they're actively investigating in the area of Brinsmaid Road. We'll be sure to update you if we hear anything new about the case.
All right, time now for a first look at the forecast. Rachel says we have a little bit of rainy weather left, but warmer weather's on the way.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in the middle of the week because that's kind of the running joke here.
Yes.
Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank coming off a bit of a soggy weekend. Rachel, what's ahead?
You guys, I already looked ahead to next Saturday, and there's showers in the forecast.
Oh, my God.
I can't.
Wow.
So we've got a couple showers tonight, during the day tomorrow, and then I think Tuesday is the wettest day of the week, but we do go from wet to warm. Yes, middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, summer is back, and then the weekend, well, I already gave you a sneak peek. Here's a look at the satellite and radar showing some showers that are coming through right now. Ashford, Stafford seeing some rain. You're seeing a bit of rain here around Brookfield. Most of this will lift through overnight, but there could be a lingering spot shower into tomorrow morning. Overnight lows will be dipping back into the 50s to near 60 degrees. Tomorrow we're looking at cloudy, if not mostly cloudy skies. Again, there is a chance for a spotty light shower or sprinkle, and it's cooler overall with highs in the 60s as we head through the afternoon. Tuesday's wetter, though. We'll take a look at that and the warm up that follows coming up.
Rachel, thanks. A person was stabbed in Hartford last night. It happened off Airport Road. Police tell us the victim is expected to survive, but that's all they shared with us. It happened sometime around 2:30 in the morning at Airport Road's intersection with Weathersfield Avenue.
A 34-year-old man was shot inside an adult nightclub in New Haven. This happened last night. Officers were called to catwalk on East Street at 4 in the morning. We don't know what led up to that shooting or how the man's doing.
Also in New Haven, police shared the name of the man hit and killed on Dixwell Avenue early yesterday morning. 50-year-old Edward Fernandez was in a wheelchair traveling south on Dixwell Avenue from Charles Street. He was hit by a car going south at 3:45 a.m. The driver did stay on the scene. Pride Month festivities continue across Connecticut with cities and towns celebrating love and equality for all.
Hundreds of people gathered in Glastonbury this afternoon for its annual Pride Festival. And Fox 61's Kate Pattyfoot has the sights and sounds from the celebration.
The Pride celebrations are continuing. In Glastonbury, many people came out Sunday afternoon to support the LGBTQ+ community and just have fun with their family.
Pride to us is not just a party or a celebration, it's a statement.
Anthony Delizia is one of the co-founders of Glastonbury Pride. This year, people of all ages came out to the town green to celebrate something Delizia finds incredibly important to the cause of the event.
Seeing that presence, seeing that community can mean the world to one of these young folks who might not feel like they're supported or who might be contemplating things that are worse. And so to have that lifeline and to see that we're present in their community can mean the world.
The atmosphere in Glastonbury was one of celebration, with music, dancing, and love all around. Something Erin Kelly says she wants for her kids.
I want to show my girls that everyone in every relationship is worthy of love and support, and so they had such a great time and I had such a great time. We came back again.
Others like Cassie Doyon came to speak about Q+, a nonprofit that offers programming for queer youth. Doyon is a lead facilitator for the organization. She said their efforts are positively impacting the community.
Actually really awesome being here, finding new youth to come to programming, but also we found that parents are coming through and telling us about how the programming has impacted their youth, hearing about them going off to college, into adulthood, and what Q+ has been able to do for them in their youth. So it's been really, really rewarding being here.
According to a new report from Out Leadership, an LGBTQ+ business network dedicated to supporting and driving equality in business, Connecticut is considered one of the top states for protecting LGBTQ+ rights. And that's something those in the LGBTQ+ community hold on to tightly in our state.
We have so many amazing protections for the LGBT community, for trans individuals, non-binary individuals, which, as you know, are increasingly under attack right now and being used as the example by these people trying to spread that hate. We know at the end of the day that we have leadership that actually cares about us. You know, I couldn't be more proud to live in the state of Connecticut.
Organizers say Sunday's celebration was the largest yet for Glastonbury Pride, with more than 1,300 people showing up. In Glastonbury, Kate Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
And if you were anywhere near Broad Street, New Britain this afternoon, you could hear and smell the celebration. Thousands packed the city's Little Poland for an annual festival that's grown into one of Connecticut's largest cultural events. Fox 61's Joe Monti takes us there.
The New Britain community held their annual Little Poland Festival in what locals call the Little Poland section of New Britain Sunday afternoon. Thousands of people came from all over the state to celebrate America's shared Polish heritage. Derek Barsakowski is one of the organizers of the Little Poland Festival. He remembers when the festival started a little over a decade ago in a parking lot with no more than a couple hundred people. Now, he says the numbers are mind-blowing.
We've grown to about 30,000 people that are expecting here today. We have over 125 vendors, 2 stages, packed entertainment program, and just a lot of folks coming in from not even just Connecticut, but all of New England.
Food, drinks, games, live music, you name it, it's all there, stretching across the 5 blocks of Broad Street and offering plenty to do for the whole family. Mayor Erin Stewart came out to celebrate in what will be her last festival as mayor of the city as she explores a potential run for governor.
And it's such a great day to celebrate Polish culture, but also celebrate the business community and just everything that Little Poland has to offer. We have over 100 small businesses here on Broad Street alone, and it really has become such an ethnic centerpiece for New Britain.
People from across Connecticut come out to this annual event, even those who live a good distance from Little Poland, like the Witkowski family coming from Thompson and the Kulaks driving up from Stratford every year.
The whole family comes from Poland, so we love the culture. We love coming out here, celebrating it, and just connecting with everyone that's part of our culture.
Getting real authentic pierogies and all the other kind of food, getting real authentic Polish beer. It's awesome just to celebrate and just feel like a Polish person for a day. Feel like you're in Poland but outside of Poland.
Angelica Shigel with Pride Home Improvements, a local business, agrees.
I was in Poland about 4 months ago, and being here today is reminding me of it, so it's a part of me that misses.
Mira Alicki, president of the Forever in My Heart Foundation, has been part of the community most of her life. She says the Broad Street area has been Polish for as long as she can remember.
It's been Little Poland, I think, for the last, maybe, 10 years, but it's been a Polish community forever. It was named Little Polish, but even before then, Broad Street was always Polish stores and Polish businesses.
Organizers say the turnout every year is incredible, but it's those first-timers who visit the festival festival that really make the event special.
For people that come here for the first time and say, oh, gee, we learned something about Poland. We didn't know there was such a big Polish community in Connecticut. We got to learn about the culture and the heritage and try the food. I think that's really special.
We look forward to every year, all the food and just everybody basically getting together and being one big family.
You know, they call us New Britsky for a reason, and today is just a day to celebrate all of that.
Thanks for coming to the Polish Festival. Peace.
Organizers say if you couldn't make the festival, many of these Polish businesses and vendors are local. You can come to the area of Broad Street and experience them for yourself anytime. In New Britain, Joe Monty, Fox 61.
All right, Joe, thank you. Huge crowd out there today.
Tons of people.
30,000 people. It's been a weekend of unrest in Los Angeles. Protesters there brought traffic to a standstill on the 101 freeway, part of ongoing demonstrations meant to stop immigration raids. There are also hundreds of National Guardsmen in that city deployed by President Trump to bring them under control. Eben Brown has more on the tense situation.
We'll send whatever we need to make sure there's law and order.
National Guard troops were active in Los Angeles Sunday after President Donald Trump signed a memorandum deploying 2,000 guardsmen to address the city's, quote, lawlessness. The president's orders come after clashes broke out Friday evening between federal immigration authorities and protesters who demand an end to the recent immigration raids.
I think the president did exactly what he needed to do. These are federal laws. We have to maintain the rule of law, and that is not what is happening.
On Friday, ICE agents arrested dozens of people, sparking the protests. By Saturday, law enforcement in riot gear needed tear gas and flashbang explosives to dispel crowds. The added manpower has only deterred some from speaking out. A group of protesters were seen shouting at several armed troops in downtown L.A. on Sunday. Critics say the deployment of the National Guard is an abuse of power.
We have a president who is moving this country rapidly into authoritarianism.
The move comes despite objections from California Governor Gavin Newsom, who is warning that it could escalate tensions between protesters and authorities. According to the Brennan Center for Justice, it is the first time in decades that a state's National Guard has been activated without a request from its governor.
Breaking with generations of tradition is only going to incite the situation and make things worse.
Still, those in the Trump administration are supporting this move, claiming it will maintain peaceful protests in L.A.
And allow people to be able to protest, but also to keep law and order.
Eben Brown, Fox 61.